What's going on, guys? So I'm quite excited to do this first impressions. I have done my best to not read any stories. I have not looked at any note breakdowns, but I have in my possession the three newest fragrances from Scent Journey Fragrances. I'm very excited. Those of you familiar with the channel have probably heard me talk about cocktails and catamarans before. This is what I consider to be the Creed Virgin Island Water killer. It's not the same scent profile, but it accomplishes the exact same thing. It's good for the exact same situations and has the same vibe. This is basically a gorgeous, super powerful pina colada fragrance, vacation in a bottle type of stuff. So based on their first fragrance, I have super high hopes for the next three offerings. So we're going to give them all a smell, check notes along the way after we do a first impressions on what I think they are. Let's see if there's any new gems. Nice little gems in this collection. So stay tuned. So first things first, here we go. They have changed the presentation a little bit. There's a sticker on the front now, and there's a sticker on the back. Lido Life. So, no idea. There's a lot number for batch and everything. I believe they have a nice and wrapped. I believe they have stickers on the bottles now. I think that's one of the things that have changed. You can see nice Scent Journey sticker. The brand did send these out to me as a gift, so just got to make sure to, full transparency with you guys. When people send me stuff, let you know they sent me stuff. But I mean, if something's mediocre, I'll tell you it's mediocre. So here we go. Yeah, they did change the bottles up to where now it's a sticker on the front, but the bottle is the same. The cap seems to be the same as well. So we're just going, hey, atomizers lined up. That's always nice. So we're just going straight to skin. This is a Parfum Extrait according to this. So Cocktails and Catamarans was a 20% eau de parfum. So this means it's 25% or better, which we'll check in a little bit. Here we have the sticker on the bottom with the lot number and everything. So everything's top notch. Wow, big old spray. Do another half spray. So I'm sure it's fitting the theme of the brand. I'm sure it's still vacation tropical scents. Just, is there redundancy here in this collection? I don't know. We're going to find out. It's more of a citrus peel type of smell in the top here. This is much more sunbathing type of stuff, whereas Cocktails and Catamarans is tiki bar by the beach having a drink. It's pina colada. A lot of coconut, creaminess. This has some specific... there's a certain fresh green type of note here that's very familiar, and it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't pinpoint what it is. A lot of citrus, but a lot of fresh greens. I want to say there's some green grassy type of notes here, maybe like a tarragon, something along those lines. There's a specific type of citrus fruit smell that's a little different. It doesn't just smell like orange and lemon and grapefruit, which I'm not saying none of that's in there. I'm sure some of that is in there at the least, but there's something very herbal, fresh green about this that doesn't offer any spice, but there's this distinctive fresh green smell. That's why I say maybe something like a tarragon, or that's just what comes to mind. I could be wrong here. Maybe a little bit of petitgrain, but it doesn't distinctively smell like petitgrain, but there's that mild, fresh green smell to it. I'm digging this. This reminds me of fragrances like John Barbados Artisan Aqua and Artisan Blue. Those two fragrances where there's aquatic, beachy vibes to the scent profile, but there's so much more fresh greenery going on, like picture palm trees and the tall grass and everything kind of around the wood deck by, wherever is on the edge of the beach. It's kind of what I'm getting here, something along those lines. A lot of, like I said, a lot of citrus peel, different citrus type of smell than I'm used to, and definitely something very green. Let's grab my phone. We'll head over to the website. I'll put it on screen for you guys in the editing process, but let's see what this is about. Okay, here we go. 50 ml of Lido Life is $99 before any coupon codes, which if I can find one, I will put it down below for you guys. Here we go. I'll put everything on screen for it so it's easier for you to see. So here's the story on the press release for it. Lounging by a beautiful pool is simply the best. Lido Life was conceptualized to capture the vibe of enjoying friends' company while enjoying a scenic and luxurious pool. So very specific. Cocktails and Catamarans was bar by the beach. So this is hanging by the pool. Lido Life gets the party started with a bright and invigorating combination of citrus, mint, and lime. The scent transforms from a bright green opening, there you go, towards a coconut, white floral, and ginger heart. A blend of yellow florals and pepper were delicately added to provide a unique and comforting touch. A boozy amber musk and labdanum base complements the scent's fun vibe. Join the journey. Concentration still an eau de parfum. He puts parfum 20%, but 20% eau de parfum still. I don't know. Top notes of mandarin, Pamplimoose. Okay, that's different. You don't see that in a fragrance every day. Lemon, mint, lime, artemisia. There's some of the greenery. Mid notes of coconut, lang-a-lang, orange blossom, jasmine, black pepper, and ginger. Base of amber, vetiver, labdanum, musk, and rum. It definitely jumps out at me with a lot of this fresh greens up top. So what I was smelling is pretty accurate. I mean, I'm still in the top into the heart of the fragrance, so I'm probably not going to get too much booziness and warm amber and things like that. It does have a little bit of a warm radiance to it, but not very warm by any means. It's still very zesty and fresh. Very invigorating, inviting, but like lounging vibes like the story says. It's kind of laid back type of composition where it's nothing uppity, nothing too uplifting to kind of raise energy. It's more without being soothing and relaxing and mellow like a tea note, a heavy tea note in a fragrance, or a lot of lavender can be much more soothing and relaxing. This kind of falls somewhere in between that, where it's got the chill vibe without calming you down too much. And it's zesty and bright without being too invigorating to lift you up and kind of put you on a natural high, if you will. Because some fragrances, the aromatherapy can definitely do that for you when they're very energizing. Like I said, this kind of falls somewhere in between. This is a really good scent. Pamplimoose. What a different note to put in a fragrance. That's probably that strange green smelling thing in here that I can't figure out what the hell it is. This is different. This is completely no redundancy whatsoever to cocktails and catamarans. Because that's the biggest thing. I'm comparing the hit from the house to every single one of these to see if there's any redundancy. And this is a completely different scent profile with a completely different vibe. And even though there is coconut in here like in the previous one, it's very faint. It's not in the forefront. It doesn't offer any sunscreen type of feel. There's no added creaminess. This is a nice fragrance. It's definitely worth a sample of Lido Life. I'm digging it. You can get samples of these. Like I said, I'll have the website linked below and any coupon code I can find for you guys. Because you can get samples and discovery sets. So far, the two I've tried from the house, this being the second one, are definitely worth trying. Okay, let's see what we're grabbing next. Grecian Grotto. Okay. Obviously, Grotto's in the theme. Let's pull this bad boy out. Same thing. You have the sticker, well-wrapped presentation. Grecian Grotto. Lot number on the sticker on the bottom. We're going to go on the end. I like that he's taking the time to line the atomizers up on every bottle. That is a subtle and very appreciated and nice touch. Grand scheme of things, not a big deal to just turn the atomizer. But when you're the type that, unboxes a fragrance on a regular basis, whether a content creator or just somebody that's in the fragrances and gets a lot of fragrances, it's nice. It's very nice that little attention to detail like lining the atomizer up so it's ready to spray as soon as you pull the cap off. That's a nice little touch, and I can appreciate that. So I wonder what this is going to be like. Because so far, completely different styles. Ooh, this one's different. This one's way different than the... Okay, so I highly doubt there's going to be any redundancy here, because this is another way out of left field, what I wasn't expecting type of scent profile. A lot of woods. Wood, almost like a... This may sound strange, like a herbal hemp type of smell. Like things that are made out of hemp that smell, that particular scent that hemp has. I'm going to be so proud of myself if hemp is one of the notes in here, by the way. Now, when I say hemp, not marijuana. Don't confuse the two, please. There's something dry and almost like straw hat type of vibes out of this. So this is still another vacation fragrance. Almost like a... I don't know, is this trying to go with a hammock type of smell? Potentially. I mean, in the grotto, I wouldn't think this would be the scent profile. This is very different. This is a polarizing one. I don't love it like I love Cocktails and Catamarans and now Lido Life. I really love the way that smells. This one doesn't capture me the same way. At least in this first impressions, it doesn't grab me and put me in any particular place on vacation or in a summertime setting in general. There's a little touch of like this fruity smell in the backdrop, but this is strange. It's kind of dry, woody, almost a little earthy and hemp-like. I'm very curious about this one. This is a strange one. We're going to rate them all at the end. Don't worry. Let's see. Let me find it. Grecian Grotto, same thing. So here we go. Grecian Grotto. Grecian Grotto captures the breathtaking scenery of Santorini. Wafts of the native rosemary and sweet tobacco tickle the nose. Very leafy, earthy tobacco for sure. That makes sense. It's a strange tobacco, it is. That makes sense. Imagine enjoying your loved one's company at a spectacular cliffside restaurant. This fragrance opens up with a refreshing blend of rosemary, apple, and bergamot. Grecian Grotto's heart consists of a warm blend of sweet tobacco, black tea, honey, and cantaloupe melon. Finally, sandalwood and vanilla are delicately combined to as a base that helps the fragrance last all day. Top of Italian blood orange, Calabrian bergamot, cantaloupe, and rosemary. The mid is black tea, honey, dried fruit, and cocoa. The base is tobacco, cognac, vanilla, cinnamon, styrax, musk, patchouli, and sandalwood. I don't really get any of this top note. I really don't. I'm quite surprised reading this note breakdown versus how it smells on my skin. I don't know if it's just a lighter concentration in the blend of these citruses and cantaloupe and everything, but the black tea dominates right now. Now that it's calmed down, it's a dominating tea note. The dried fruit kind of makes sense. The tobacco that's used here is very leafy, extremely herbal and leafy. That's why that must be what I was thinking could kind of come across as hemp. As like I said before, as strange as it sounds for me to say that it smells like something along the lines of hemp, it's because it's so aromatic and leafy. Very aromatic. Gotta say, that's the key word here. That dried fruits type of smell makes sense too. It is a drier sweetness. Remember I said there's a little fruitiness in the backdrop. That is that dried fruits note. I don't get honey. I don't get cognac. Now all of this stuff could come in later as it starts to settle down. But here in the early stages, it's all about this herbal tobacco, dried fruits, and black tea. It is a soothing and relaxing fragrance. The top note did not do it for me. I was actually kind of surprised. I was expecting fresher than I got, and then looking at the note breakdown, I'm still expecting fresher than what I actually got from it. I don't think in any way this is a terrible fragrance. Please don't mistake what I'm saying. I don't think it smells bad. It caught me off guard. It's not what I was anticipating, especially with the name. I was not anticipating this type of scent profile. I wasn't expecting this level of herbal and earthiness. Even looking at these notes, there's certain ones that are just standing out and dominating this fragrance to take away any level of freshness that I would tie to vacations and summer and stuff like that. So this is just me. You may love this fragrance. This is the one that's kind of underwhelming for me. This being the third fragrance I've tried from the house, it's the only one so far, which we have one left, the only one that's kind of underwhelmed me. It's all personal preference. It's all personal taste. Like I said, you may love this. I just don't think this might be the one for me. Let's check out this last one. Last but not least, Siesta Sunset. So that's a cool sounding name. Definitely have high hopes for something called Siesta Sunset. Sounds like a fragrance that would be nice and still aquatic, but more evening wear, like some warmth, some booze, something along those lines. Siesta Sunset. Here we go. There is the lot number. So we're going to spray this one again. Atomizers lined up. I can appreciate that. 2 good sprays on the wrist. We'll give it a second. I have a feeling this one's going to be a little bit more zesty in the top than the last one. Could be wrong, though. You never know. This one's got a mysterious tone in the top. Like a sweet spice kind of thing, but not too much. There's an oceanic feel here, but it doesn't come across very watery. But it's got an ocean breeze type of tone to it at the same time. This one's a little all over the place. I like it. I like it. Let me start by saying that. I like what I'm smelling. But it's super unique. There's a fruitiness here. Something nice and warm and spicy, but not like a red pepper spice. And it doesn't necessarily smell like black pepper either. But there's something spicy about this. Almost a little smoky. That might be what's giving me this mysterious feel to the scent profile. But it's definitely spicy and a little on the darker side, but there's still some freshness to it. This is different, but I like this. This might be the best of the 3 new ones. Because this is definitely an evening wear scent. You don't see too many people go after summertime evening scents. Something that really captivates, like City Rhythm Fragrance, San Diego Pacific Sunset is the only one that really comes to mind that captures the oceanic vibes, but at night. Maybe having dinner by the beach as the sun goes down. This kind of gives me a similar vibe to how that is. Not the same scent profile, even remotely the same, but a similar vibe. This is having dinner by the beach at sunset, for sure. Relaxing. This is still having some drinks. There's something a little boozy about it, almost like a tequila smell. I like this one. I like this one a lot. Let's see what the notes are with this one. And here we go. Siesta Sunset. See what the story is. Siesta Sunset is a bright and uplifting offering. This unique summer parfum was created to capture the comforting scene of a sunset strolling along Siesta Beach, a top-rated Florida beach. The fragrance opens up with a sparkling combination of strawberry and almond. There's that fruitiness. A blend of grapefruit, orange, and bergamot help to lift the scent. Siesta Sunset's heart is centered around a warm and inviting solar accord. That's different. The perfect amount of exotic florals and coconut help to add body and smooth out the scent. A sweet and spicy base consisting of vanilla, cardamom, styrex provides an alluring character while helping the fragrance last for many hours. Top is Italian orange, Calabrian bergamot, white grapefruit, strawberry essence, peach, and almond. The mid is coconut salicylates. That's a strange one. Orange Blossom Tuberose, Lissalang, never seen that before. Madagascar Ginger, definitely get some ginger. That's that spiciness. Base is Vanilla Musk, Styrax, Patchouli, and Cardamom. So, let me show you guys what I'm talking about right here. I don't know how many of you have ever seen this word before. If I can get it to focus, that would just be peaches and cream right there. Never seen that note in a fragrance before. But I can tell you what does jump out at me. There's definitely some fruitiness. I would not have guessed strawberry. But now that it's settling in, I guess that makes a little bit more sense. But there's a nice fruity tone that's lightly sweetened, but not a super fruity sweet smell. It's more fresh. It's got this, like I said, this oceanic appeal, but doesn't smell really watery. And I guess that's kind of playing into it here. The florals are interesting in this one. Tuberose and Lissalang. I've never seen that before in a fragrance. It's a very unique scent. Almonds providing a little bit of a creaminess, more so than bitterness. Yeah, it's got a little bit of this creamy, nutty tone. It's spicy, but not really spicy. And look, this creaminess could be a combination of the ginger mixing with the almond. Because this, like I said, this is probably the best of the three of the new ones. And I really like Lido Life. That's such a great daytime scent. This is a great evening scent as well. Very unisex, but I would say it leans a little more masculine. Even having notes like almond and strawberry and tuberose, it does not strike me as anything that leans feminine. If anything, it leans a tad masculine, but still overall very unisex, all three of these scents, but especially Siesta Sunset. I think anybody can wear this one for sure and get some joy out of it. It's definitely getting a little bit more musky, and this patchouli smell is starting to come in, but it's more of a creamy patchouli than anything. It's not the chocolatey type of patchouli, and it's not the very dirty patchouli. Sometimes you can have that dirty earthiness to a green tone to a patchouli. That's not it here. This is the jam. Let's give these all some ratings. So first and foremost is Lido Life. Again, still has that lovely zesty green smell at the top. I really like the way this one smells. I don't know if this is my favorite or if Siesta Sunset's my favorite. I guess we'll see once we get down to that one. But this one alone, I think this is a very good scent at 7.5 out of 10. I think this is very good. It does remind me of specific fragrances. I think if it smells like something I've never smelled before, the grade would be even higher. Because like I said, it kind of reminds me of fragrances like John Varvatos Artisan Aqua and Artisan Blue. It kind of reminds me of both of those quality and slightly unique summertime vacation type of fragrances. This goes right in line with those types of scent profiles. So I think it's a very good scent. Definitely worth trying. Grecian Grotto. It is getting a lot better as it dries. It is dominated by dried fruits and this herbal tobacco note in black tea. It has not changed much from the heart. It's still kind of very strong in that manner. It's unique, but it's not something I see myself reaching for all the time. I do see myself wanting to give it chances to see how it's going to develop on my skin and what a full wearing experience is actually going to be like. So for now, I'm going to say it's just good. It's a 5.5 out of 10. It's a good fragrance. When you hear 5.5, that's not a bad rating from me. Sub 5 is where it starts to get bad. 5 and above is at least it's at least good, you know. And that's the thing here. I think this one's good, bordering better than good. That's why it's a 5.5 and not a 5, with potential to go up. I don't really see the grade going down, but there's potential here for it to move into the 6.5 territory for sure. I have no problems with the scent profile. It's just so unique and different and not my usual style. But it's okay. Last, we have Siesta Sunset. I am vibing with this one. I like this one too. I don't know which one's my favorite between the two because they're polar opposites, Lido Life and Siesta Sunset. I would say this one's a 7.5 out of 10 as well. This is a very good fragrance too. They're not blowing me away. Nothing here is blowing me away. but they are all at least good. Like I said, with Grecian Grotto to Siesta Sunset and Lido Life being very good. I think 7.5 out of 10 is a great rating and a great spot for this fragrance. Definitely has summer evening vibes to it, but I don't think you can't get away with this during the day. But it definitely leans more to the evening. It's good stuff. And then just for reference for you guys, Cocktails and Catamarans, the original, is still the best fragrance. This is an 8 out of 10 solid. This is a great fragrance. Like I said, this is kind of the Virgin Island water killer because it accomplishes the same thing. And it performs night and day better. If you spray this one above 5 sprays, you're going to fill a room. It's piercing. It's so strong in the opening. 4 to 5 sprays, trust me, is a lot with this fragrance. And you get bright aldehydes. You get tons of citrus, variety of citrus, watermelon, marine tones. There's this watery feel to it. A lot of pina colada and coconut colada vibes. It gets really creamy as it starts to dry, but it's very bright, watery, mouth-watering citruses and aldehydes at the top. This is still the highlight of the house. This is still the best fragrance and the main one that I would urge you to try. If you're just going to get a sample for one fragrance, Cocktails and Catamarans would be that. And then I would say, since you're already getting samples, definitely get samples of Siesta Sunset and Lido Life. These are the two of the new 3 that I think are very good fragrances. Well, that's my thoughts and feelings on the 3 newest fragrances from Scent Journey Fragrance, as well as kind of a recap on their original offering, Cocktails and Catamarans. And until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. So I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. How many of you have tried all 3 of these, or anything from the house in general? Have you tried all 4 of their offerings? There's a lot of variety here. They're based in Florida. It's all around Florida beach vibes, and I really love that there's a very specific story to the house as a whole. All top-tier quality. I'm sure the other 3 are going to be great performers because, like I said before, Cocktails and Catamarans is a lights-out performer. If you're looking for monstrous summertime performance, then they're bound to have something you'll like in the house of Scent Journey Fragrances. And until next time, I will say, if you get your nose on any of these 4 and you give them a spray now, pretty confident you'll thank me later. There's a lot of uniqueness here. Have a good one, guys.